warm welcome to all of our viewers joining the CGTN live stream. My name is Omar Khan and we are here at the Hainan Expo 2023 in the city of Haikou on the province of Hainan. And I'm today joined by two wonderful Italian gentlemen, to my left. I have Mr. Eminenti, who is also a board member of the China-Italy Chamber of Commerce and a CEO of VM Fine Wines. Thank you so much for joining us. We also have Mr. Russo, who's in the jewelry business with Russo Kame. And this year, it's a big focus, a big spotlight on the country of Italy. They are a country of honor, a guest of honor here at the Hainan Expo. You have nearly 150 different brands from Italy showcasing their premium products. You also have the China-Italy Chamber of Commerce. They've been hosting seminars, master classes. I believe Mr. Eminenti was just hosting one. We got a bit of a wine tasting just about 30 minutes ago. So a big focus on Italy. We had government officials here also attending at the opening ceremony. Just yesterday, a ribbon cutting ceremony was also held. So everything is about Italy. So gentlemen, we're going to be talking about Italy. We're going to be talking about doing business in China. Mr. Eminenti, let's begin with you. Just a brief, simple introduction, your experience in China, doing business in China, bringing wine to China. What's that been like?
Okay, then actually my story in China is quite long. I will resume just for the wine.
Sure, absolutely.
I'm 29 years in China, doing business in China. Then I start to import the wine just from 2006. And now I'm developing this business with 5 offices and the distribution of more than 30 wineries exclusive for all China.
And that is all across the country, different locations?
Yes, different locations, because we have office in Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, and Chengdu. But of course, we have also distributor in different other areas where we are not able to distribute ourselves.
So you're well networked, well connected, connecting with the consumer market. Mr. Yeah. Russo, a bit different from wine, focus on jewelry, also CEO of the company you're running. Tell us about your story. Tell about doing business here in China with your company. What's that been like?
Okay, another difference is also the years, not 29, so less. Just 6 years.
Okay.
But we had a great impression of this market. We was there in the beginning just to understand and to test what the consumer Chinese thinks about our items. Cameos and corals are a little bit different from the normal jewelry because it's totally handmade. In fact, we show always to the people how we make it. Bring with us the master that show how we cut and seashell and transform it in a piece of jewelry. And we try to do it not only in the traditional way, but in a new one. And it was very interesting to see how Chinese people appreciate it and how they understand what is behind our creations.
That brings me back to something I spoke with Italian chairman, China-Italy Chamber of Commerce chairman just a few days ago. And he said behind every Italian brand, there's entrepreneurship, craftsmanship, and ideas. So I think that's embedded in the concept of Italian brands, companies. Now, obviously we're here in Haikou, not just for the beaches and the good weather, but we're here for this major exposition that focuses on the Chinese consumer. It's a massive consumer base here in China. They have a lot of money. They've been saving a lot of it recently, not spending as much as we would want them to. Mr. Eminenti, what do you think, first off, of this event? I don't know how many years you've been coming here, but Italy has been present here before. What do you make of this 2023 event? You have a lot more people showing up now, fewer masks being worn, happy to be back to business. Is that how you feel?
Yes, actually it's true, because we have 3 years not easy, right? Then in the end of 2022, we get free to move, and that make
finally
like a business back, you know. But of course, these 3 years make it the economy change, and then also the feeling was changed, and a lot of foreigners left China, as you know, and maybe also company closed because of this closing. But now we start back.
Slow recovery,
and of course, we are coming back. Even last year, we gathered as commercial chamber a small booths because As you know, the 2022 was quite difficult. And then we have a small booth, but also we participated last year at this fair, and we have a great impression. And then this is the reason why this year, as commercial chamber, we come back a little bit bigger. We can do much more, but of course, still now on progress our work.
So that's a good sort of explanation there for you about having experience coming to this event. The past 3 years difficult. Of course, Mr. Russo, you said your time in China is not as long as Mr. Eminenti, but your opinion here about being at this expo. Of course, jewelry is something people need to see, people need to touch and feel. What have these 2 days been like with people visiting your booth, checking out your product? It's a good feeling so far?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I say that this kind of expo is a little bit different. Tell me if you are in agreement with me, from the traditional fair of each market.
Okay.
Because here you can test exactly what the consumer think about your products. That is fundamental.
To doing business, to succeeding
exactly.
in China. Yeah.
Even the people from B2B that watching your booth, they see that the consumers like or know your items.
Because of the traffic, of the people walking by,
in fact,
asking you questions.
Absolutely.
So would you be able to say these 2 days you've had interest? What do you, like what's the feeling?
Yeah, in fact, we sold to the people, but we had also many contact with the B2B people.
Okay.
Because they watch how the people are interested in cameos.
So
that's why they want to discuss with us about the future business.
So even though this platform is about the C, the consumer, you also think there's a chance here to go from B2C to B2B?
Exactly.
Okay, that's a concept I haven't heard yet, but I'm glad you share that. My next question is also for you, specifically about your industry, jewelry. I live in the city of Guangzhou. There's a massive industry for jewelry manufacturing, both local Chinese, Indians from all over the world. When you look back, you've said you're 6-7 years here doing business here. Overall, doing business as a jewelry CEO, as a jewelry enterprise in China, what are some of the small obstacles or difficulties you face?
Fortunately, our product, cameos, is a little bit different from the traditional jewelry.
Okay.
And is a unique item. Only in our city we made it, not in other parts of the world. That's why we don't find the traditional troubles that other companies can find. So for us, it's easier to explain and to show to the Chinese people how we make it, what we are talking about. And if they like or no jewelry, cameos a little bit different. I don't know if I can explain it right.
No, I'll ask you. Tell me, what would your brand, what would jewelry coming from your creation ideas be different from me having an earring or a ring? Tell me what's unique about your brand, especially here in the Chinese market.
Look at me, for example. This is a new product. It's handmade, totally handmade, the carving, the
no frame, automation, no
machine help us in this art. No. We can personalize.
Customization.
We can follow your suggestion. For example, this is the logo of our company. If you want to make the same with your logo of your company, we can do it exactly just for you. So it's something new. You don't find this whatever you want. It's not possible.
Don't worry.
You can make it also the face of my girlfriend?
Sure, absolutely.
Good.
The portrait, we
hey,
realize
B2B.
also the portrait.
You just said B2B. You guys can work it out.
No, this
is like friend to friend is different.
Okay, maybe a discount too. I'm not ignoring you. One more follow-up for you. With your consumer products in the Chinese market, you have young people, people in their 20s, 30s with greater purchasing power, ability to spend more money. Who would you say you are targeting in the China market? Everyone or a specific segment?
No, we try to can be interesting for different ages.
Okay.
That's why we combine the tradition and innovation.
You mix the two?
Yes, we changed the way to carve the cameo, the seashell. In the past, only the traditional face of a woman from Roman and Greek time. Now we change it. We realize the young symbols, flowers,
modern sort of different style.
Yeah,
sure.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wine is, for me, it kind of reminds me of coffee, because maybe 10, 15 years ago, nobody drank coffee on a major scale here in China. Remember, I came to China 11 years ago. You had Starbucks in the tier 1 cities, now it's everywhere. K-coffee, boutique coffee, the same thing almost applies to wine. The lifestyle, the culture of wine has been growing in China immensely over the past few years. I have a very good friend importing from Spain. I'm so sorry, I know it's better in Italy. What would you say for your market, who you target? I just was at your masterclass. You introduced non-alcoholic sparkling. You had 2 other wines. Who are you selling to in China?
Actually, because we have a full range of product. We have in our catalog almost 400 labels, plus we have out of catalog other maybe 300 labels that make it our product target for many different kind of market.
Okay.
For practically all the people, from the young to the classic consumer, because we have a no alcohol, we have a low alcohol, we have aromatic wine, we have red wine, sparkling, white wine, and we use to face the consumer directly, but also we are very strong in HoReCa, means to the restaurant.
Okay.
And Italian restaurant actually is our very good ambassador of the Italian culture, table culture. Then of course people drink on the restaurant, then maybe have a pleasant to drink, then can looking for later on how to buy the same wine.
And selling in China, this is a question I have for both of you. You look at major Chinese brands, major Chinese companies. If you are not online, then you're probably falling behind. Is this a strategy? I'll start with you, Mr. Russo, first. Is doing business, e-commerce, going online, is this something you think about?
Yes, in fact, we are going to open an own digital platform to sell B2B and B2C. Because when we were here and we talked with our consultants, they explained to us that if you want to make business in China, it's necessary, it's fundamental to be online. Otherwise, you are not here.
Okay. I'm guessing a similar or vision for you, because now you can get, when I go home and I have my whiskey, I order it online and it comes to my door. So I'm guessing for your business as well, you need those distributors. Everything needs to be digital.
Actually,
you can disagree with me. Teach me.
Yeah, yes.
You tell me.
Yes, I explain to you. Actually, I have even one company specialized for internet sell called Eurasia Sanya, and is made here in Sanya in 2019, because we know the politics way they will make free this island on 2025. I know that. Then on 2019 we create this company,
like a platform
specialized for internet sell, but we use 2 different ways. One way is this: we sell directly on different platforms our product, certain product, not all, certain product in this platform internet sell, but e-commerce. But the main business I do with the e-commerce is to provide my product to distributors specialized on this internet sell. Means have some company specialized and the supplier for them. This is B2B, but not directly in e-commerce. It's like I'm importer, I give you the services, and you provide the sell e-commerce. Then that's it. This is the 2 ways we do.
Let's look forward. Things have just opened up in the Chinese market globally. You have more people coming back to China. You have this event taking place right now. You have all these businesses coming, business representatives. Next week you have Canton Fair opening in Guangzhou. I'll be there too. Things are looking from a business point of view, economic point of view, a little bit better. Mr. Russo, what is your, it's hard to predict what happens in the next 2-3 years, but what is your hope going forward, purely when it comes to business?
The history teaches us that after a very critical moment, everything restart in a high way, in a strong way. That's why we are really optimistic that the next years could be very, very important for business. Everything is growing up because we
were so
we had
low.
in the past, yes, but we had in the past 2 years terrible for the not only for economy, even for the mind of the people.
It's difficult.
Yes, so the people would like to enjoy the
Enjoy,
life,
have
yes,
fun,
to spend money,
travel.
yes. That's why I think I am optimist for the future.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess it's more or less similar for you.
Yes, as I tell you before, a lot of foreigners left during these few years. A lot of company closed, a lot of activity closed. That don't mean who remaining have more space.
But you have more opportunity. The market got, maybe the competition is less, but soon they'll come back.
Yeah,
competition will
come
return.
back. Wow, welcome.
You're okay with it?
Yes, absolutely. But you must understand, if you keep your position in the difficult moment, in the moment that you reopen, you breathe again, you are in the right position, okay? Welcome, everybody welcome in China to have a business. Of course, who resist here, who was standard here, they have, of course, better position, advantage position.
Sure. I think most people here have all told me that competition is good. It will push you, it will drive you to do better business.
But you have to consider that during an earthquake, only the strong construction
survive. No, you're right.
Good idea.
The little guys will not survive. We're getting close to finishing. I think time is getting near. I actually wanted to ask, because you're both so, I know you wanted just to talk about wine, but I do want to talk about the China-Italy Chamber of Commerce as a community for business. Both of you are involved in it. I'm guessing it's a community that has helped you. Tell us about this chamber. What is the interaction, not only with Italian businesses, but with the Chinese side? It has to be producing something good, no?
Absolutely, yes. Then, as a commercial chamber, we are focused on the medium and small enterprises. Italy is a very special country about the economy because more than 70% of our economy is in the hand of the small and medium enterprises.
Not the massive,
not the biggest one.
Okay, yeah.
Then, of course, the very big company can have a structure to face any kind of problem, the government, everything themselves. Imagine a big company have a big structure and everything can go in smoothly on the way they want, on the way they believe.
But for the small,
medium enterprise, as he have, as I have, as many people have, a commercial chamber is a really useful tool. Why? Because we can manage many kind of problem, many kind of issue. Like example, the participation of this fair.
It all goes with Mr. Andrea, right?
Andrea. Yeah, help us a lot in the communication and not all. Then a commercial chamber is this instrument, these tools in the hand of any PMI, any of these medium and small enterprises, Italian.
So it's a really useful way. And you've been able to meet other Italian businesses through this platform, network, communicate. But what about with the Chinese side? You have a lot of people, like for example, your masterclass, you have a lot of local Chinese people coming to learn about the Italian brands. Does the chamber allow you to do this, connect with local companies?
I think so, yeah. I think that it's necessary to try to do it, yeah, absolutely.
To have this platform?
Yeah.
Okay.
A commercial chamber do many different kind of event. This fair is one event. Actually, he, of course, stay in Italy and don't follow all the activity of commercial chamber. But commercial chamber have a B2B, have a B2C, have many different kind of Italy meets, many different kind of opportunity for the member of the commercial chamber. That is also why sometimes some Chinese company have interested in the Italian market, in the Italian business.
They can come to you.
Come to us as not Italian member, but Italian friends member.
Okay.
Means they are considered a friend of
and whatever sort of questions they have about inquiring about, okay, maybe we want to go to the Italian market, how do we work in Italy, they can come to you, gentlemen.
Of course. And then the same way is for the Italian company is inside our commercial chamber in China, and then we have the working group. We have 12 different working group, and with this working group, base of different sectors, we do different activities. And normally it's B2C, like
straight to the consumer.
Okay. For us, it's really important to have the support of the camera.
I would assume, so you have the EU chamber, you have the American chamber, and these platforms help a lot of the companies. Like you said, the SMEs, the smaller guys, are in need of that. Gentlemen, last question for you guys, very easy. Will I see you here next year?
Sure.
Of course.
Absolutely.
You'll be back in Hainan?
Yeah.
Expo 2024?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You too, we will find again next year.
We'll be right here, but
together.
with an air conditioner, I promise.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you for the air condition.
So today we went over a variety of topics. Again, to our viewers who are watching, you can of course watch this on YouTube, Weibo, CGTN.com, all of those social media platforms. You can rewind and rewatch this discussion. Again, I was with Mr. Eminenti, who's in the wine business, also a board member on the China-Italy Chamber of Commerce, and Mr. Marco Russo, who works in the jewelry industry, obviously also a big sector in China. So thank you so much for watching. We still have more coverage of the Hainan Expo. I'm working every day, waking up very early every single day. Search for hashtag Hainan Expo 2023, and you can find more. Bye for now.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Ni hao.